KJ is not a new candidate, but you could see how the tension there, right? When he's trying to engage Sungai Buloh voters, but he seems to be coming up against the party president.
投票年龄降到18岁，以及选民自动登记制度，让年轻人合手投足，成为第15届全国大选最大的不确定因素。大马的老牌政治联盟国阵这一次派出大约70%的年轻候选人，但是这一群新人是否能够吸引年轻人选票？南洋理工大学政策研究学院的副主任陈惠珍则认为，国阵的如意算盘未必能打响。
I think the youth, according to surveys, like younger candidates. So it is useful, but it is, I would say, a small factor in this election, and it's insufficient on its own to win over the youth. These days, when we attend some of the campaigns that are going on, we see that the candidates do want to highlight their personal achievements and their previous service to the community. So if for instance, if the MP candidate was also an adun or was very active in the community and the community knows them, then it's a plus. But if you're just, if you feel a young candidate who hasn't been that prominent in the community, then his or her youth by itself may not be that useful. But if you're a young person with not much personal standing in the community, and you also can't use a very strong, centralized party narrative, then it's very challenging for the young candidate. So the other thing about engaging the youth is, according to surveys, the youth want reform, they want change. So if BN's narrative is more towards stability and development, that's not change, and that may not also appeal to the young who feel that they need a change to improve their lives, a change of policy to maybe take the economy forward. So again, even BN's message, right, of stability may appeal to some voters who are maybe a bit older and maybe nostalgic for the previous regime, which, had a very long, decade-long achievement and record. But for the young, they're looking for change and reform, so stability may not appeal to them. Development is also a BN theme. But again, yes, development when you connect to jobs is appealing, but perhaps the young also want to hear more of how Malaysia, how can Malaysia benefit from the new economy, from the sort of new technology that is dominating current economy and the global economy. So the message of BN also may be something that its young candidates could find challenging. The KJ is not a new candidate, but you could see how the tension there, right? When he's trying to engage Sungai Buloh voters, but he seems to be coming up against the party president. So again, that is a very good example of how the challenges for BN young candidates when their leadership maybe represent an older worldview or national view. So, and then what's also complicated is UMNO then delayed its party election. So there is a question mark as to what is the party's future direction. If there's a new set of leaders, then where would the party be going? And and then of course what KJ said about how he's interested in becoming PM, and that probably assumes that he'll be running for a leadership position in the next party election. So again, this kind of complicates life, I think, for BN young candidates, because what do they tell their voters as to the party direction? Is it going to be the same? That again complicates BN's candidates.